So in this video, I'll show you how to import the chart of accounts and make edits to a couple of accounts. So first, we will start with bringing our chart of accounts in. Before you do that, check your chart of accounts, and if it has the account supplies in it, change that to supplies expenses, because this will create a conflict. The imported data has an account called supplies, and we don't want any duplicates. And then to bring the chart of accounts in, click on the gear icon and then import data, chart of accounts. And then click on next. Then you'll see the mapping. So if you take a minute to look at the chart of accounts that we are bringing in, so the accounts are here, and we have the type, bank, asset, liability, income, and expenses, and the detail type. So here is where you have a supplies account, and we didn't want that conflict. So if you had supplies in your chart of accounts, change that to supplies expenses. So these are the opening balances here, but you'll realize that the opening balances are not being brought in at this time. Then I go back to my back to mapping data, and then click on next. And so it says 24 accounts are ready to be imported. I'm going to click on import. So the supplies was duplicated, so the supplies account is not being brought in at this time. So when students do it with their trial version, make sure you change that account so you're able to import all the accounts. So I'm going to close out of this now. Go back here, go to accounting, chart of accounts. So here I see that some of the accounts that I brought in are here: cleaning supplies, kennel supplies. So these are the two accounts I'm going to use as examples to edit, just like in your book. So for cleaning supplies, go in here, edit, and then we want to change the sub account. We'll change the sub account to, you can change it to supplies or prepaid expenses. So I'm going to change that to prepaid expenses. And then I enter a balance of 750. And this is the most important thing. Make sure you enter the correct dates, because if you do not, when you come to the part where you have to print the reports, you will see that some of the accounts are missing, not even there. This is because it is ruled by the dates that you enter here. So make sure you change the date to 12/31/16. And then save and close. And then go back to accounting, chart of accounts. I'm going to click on kennel supplies next. Yeah, make it a sub account of prepaid. Then I'm going to put in a balance of 2895. We're going to change this later. I'm going to put a date of 1/15/17 so that we can change that later. Save and close. So now the next step is how to edit opening balances that you already entered. So one thing students should remember is that once you enter an opening balance for any account, you cannot delete it. You cannot delete the account, you just can't take up the opening balance. The only way to do this is to go to the underlying journal entry for the opening balance and change it. So this step is something which you should always remember. So to change the balance for kennel supplies, we will go into view register, which will have the underlying journal entry. I want to spend a minute showing you the journal entry here. So whenever you enter opening balance of any account, the corresponding debit or credit will always go into opening balance equity. And this is part of the equity portion of the balance sheet. So for this account, so you know Canal Supplies is an asset account. So it has a debit balance, normal debit balance. To enter opening balance, you will do to debit Canal Supplies and credit opening balance equity. Click on that and then change this to 1895. And also change the dates here to 12/31/16. So on your screen, you might have some payments on the top. Just scroll down and come to the section with the deposits and change the opening balance here. And then save. And then this will say it's already been reconciled, and so but you still want to modify it. So click on yes. And then I go back to my chart of accounts. And I see that the Canal Supplies balance is changed. I want to make sure the date is changed. So here, 12/31/16. So this is the way to change opening balances. I will do another video to show you how to add a fixed asset and also how to edit.